We are live. Contractors, Brian Allen to the Contractors Contractor. In this video, I am going to share with you some of the highlights of the everything Facebook training that we did in November. It ended up being over 16 hours long, so I'm going to try to share 16 minutes of that. And if you're here watching, you can ask questions. So stick around, be right back. All right, we're back. So, man, I like the Zoom better when I'm on with the guys and we can go back and forth talking. But type in your name and where you're at, where you're watching from, and let's get busy. Hey, earlier today, so we've got the membership website and stuff, but and we did this everything Facebook training back in November. We're going to have, it was going to be 10 meetings. And they're each going to be like 20 to 30 minutes long. Man, they ended up being like an hour and a half long, some of them. We did a bunch of extra stuff. It ended up being over 16 hours long for the training. So today I was, we've got it all now. It's like the membership site. You log in and all these different videos are there. And you can, each video, I always say watch it all the way through as if you were in the training and then go back and put into practice everything that the video teaches. But we've got these timeline cheat sheets that you're able to download and it gives you like this many minutes is what we're talking about. So you can, skip, fast forward, do all that stuff. And the reason I even did the whole training was, man, I've spent these last probably 7 years, trying to figure out Facebook and the ads. And I didn't run ads. We didn't use Facebook ads for our business. So I had to do that for probably 2 years before I would recommend it to any other contractor. Because you know me, everything is Google. But there's something to Facebook, and I knew it. I mean, it's over 200 million people, something billion. I mean, it's 2 billion. It's something crazy. But that doesn't matter. I mean, who cares if there's 2 billion people on Facebook? You only need, a couple 100,000 that are in your neighborhood, in your area. Those are the ones that you're worried, the ones that own homes and need your services and need your work. So I spent a lot of time, digging in and learning this stuff, and spent thousands of dollars, learning it and then actually doing it. I hired some people to run ads for us to see if they knew. And then I ended up joining a bunch of different programs and went to seminars and stuff. Just, to learn it. Because I keep telling you guys that marketing never, ever changes. It hasn't changed since the caveman days. It ain't going to change. Marketing has always been the same. The only thing that changes is the media in which we deliver it, the way that we deliver the marketing. And Facebook is just another way to deliver it. So you got to be in front of eyeballs. That's why, Tiger Woods gets paid so much money. That's why these sports guys get paid so much money, is because people want to watch them do their thing. They want to watch their sports and whatever it is. So when you have that many eyeballs watching something, you get to charge a lot of money for advertisement. It's like, hey, I got 1 million people watching this. Do you want to have your products in front of them? And sometimes it's yes, sometimes it's no. But ask me about Facebook. Jump in here and ask me about Facebook. So I had so many contractors coming to me. They're just frustrated as hell at frustrated. They had spent thousands of dollars, giving it to people to run Facebook ads, and nothing became of it. They've set up their own Facebook page, and you do a couple of posts on Facebook, on your Facebook business page, and next thing you know, Facebook is putting something in front of you that looks like an ad saying, do you want to boost this post? And then you're going to have all these gurus say, don't ever boost a post. That's a no. It doesn't work. And it's like, and that's really one of the cheapest ways and easiest ways to do it. But then you got to have your audiences already chosen and mapped out. And it's 16 hours, right? So, and it's worth every freaking penny. I just want to touch on some of the highlights. So these guys, I said, man, I needed to do this training. So I threw it out there right before I went on my motorcycle trip, did freaking almost 7,000 miles cross country. Why, Ryan? Because I wanted to be the dude who rode his motorcycle across the country, not the dude who talked about riding his motorcycle across the country. So we came back, we got busy. Like I said, the more we got into it, I just kept sharing stuff. So it just blew out of proportion. So it's like over promised and over delivered. So it really is everything Facebook. It's starting out with setting up I didn't go into setting up your personal page. You already have that. You got to have your personal page. But then we went into how you set up your business page and all the buttons that are on it. And we go through, you click on the settings and then each of the settings and how to do the instant messages. And there's so much to it. That's why I said what I'm most proud of is probably the video cheat sheets, the timelines, because you're able to go back and forth and fast forward and get to where you need to be in each video. So how to set up the business page, and then how to set up the business manager, because you want to run your ads from Business Manager. When you're on your business page, you can just click and do some ads, and it takes you there. And you do need the Business Manager, and I'll talk about this in the training, but you really need it if you're running a whole bunch of different, like maybe you're going to run some ads for your friends and you want to keep everything separate. But Facebook is weird too, man. You almost need like a separate backup system like your wife does or your best friend, so you can keep what we call pixels and all this other information logged away somewhere. Because if you do something Facebook doesn't like, they'll just turn you off. You won't have a page anymore. You won't have the contacts. You won't have any other stuff. So it's a little weird, but you need that. And then like the second or third video, we go into content, what type of content you should be posting. Not just how to post, but when to post, the taglines that you hide in each post. And I'm huge on one. I like to have 3 Facebook Live every day. At least one. Jesus, I want 3. So one is pushing it with me. And then I like the before and during and after pictures. And I want the pictures, you can crop them together. I don't even want them looking for them. That type of thing. So, and the content is, when you're doing these Facebook Lives, you're going to be tagging the clients in them so that it ends up on their page and all of their friends are seeing it. And you can send them the link in through an email or to a text message, and then they can share that link with their friends. It's just so much to it. But I believe in doing every post as if you were going to run it as an ad. Once you get into making the ads, you can start from scratch. The easiest thing is when you're making the ads, you can just click on use one of my old posts. But also, I'm telling you, the easiest thing, and even though all these guys are telling you don't boost post, some of the easiest things to do is hit boost to post. It's right there. So I believe every post should be with the intention that you're going to run it as an ad. So even in the post, I'm saying stuff like leave comments below. We'll reach out. We'll get back to you. If you want a copy of our book, 9 Secrets to Refinishing Hardwood Floors, leave that in the comments. I'll make sure you get a link. Anything. So it was another whole hour and a half. It's like the content and how you got to reach people almost mentally. You got to make that connection with them. And that's the whole thing. That's the best thing about Facebook is you get to show up in front of thousands of people in your area over and over and over again for pennies on the dollar. And that was one of them is audiences. So we do the audiences, how to tap into your audiences. And then another video is custom audiences, how to build custom audiences. Kind of touch on that real quick. But if you have like an email database, or if you that you can upload, you can make sure your ads or your post shows up in front of all of those people. But then you can do custom videos or custom audiences to where you get to go in and like the pixel, you'll hear the pixel. So the pixel is kind of going to help you if you have a website and people visit the website. So once they visit your website, Facebook knows that they went to your website. So you can start building an audience so that your ad shows up in front of only the people who visited your website in the last day, the last 3 days, the last 3 months, that type of deal. But all of your Facebook lives or any other video that you upload to Facebook, you can go in and click a couple of buttons and tell Facebook, hey, make me a custom audience of anyone who watches this video for, say if it's a 5-minute video, make me an audience of anyone who watches this video for 2 minutes, 3 minutes, or all the way through, or something like that. Because if they're watching a video that's 5 minutes long and they're watching like more than half of it, that means you got their attention. They pretty much liked what you were doing. So you can show your ads in front of anyone who watched that video for that long. And then you can add all these custom audiences together. You get a good audience that you like, or you've got an email list or people that you uploaded. You can tell Facebook to say, hey, make me a lookalike audience. All those people that watched my video and liked it, make me another audience of people just like that. And Facebook knows all these people, what they click on everywhere, anywhere. I mean, they know on their freaking phone what stores they stopped at and for how long they were at these stores. I mean, it's stupid, but it's the way of the world. So Facebook can take all that information of this audience that you already have, and then they're going to go over here and find other people who have the same interest, who went to the same stores, who clicked on the same videos, who did, all of that stuff. They go, hey man, it's like, so these people are just like those people. So you have a lookalike audience, and you can, market to them. I mean, it's mind-boggling. But the program that we put together, and I'm going to use this video right here. It'll be on my website. So when people are like, damn, what's in this program, everything Facebook training that Brian's trying to sell us, watch this video. It's going to tell you. So the custom audience thing is cool. Objectives, that was huge. That may have been 2 videos. But so when you go in to run ads, where's Bernie? What's up, man? Where is Bernie? I love that Bernie dude. Hey, JB was, I think JB was on every freaking training, and my wife was getting pissed because these trainings were supposed to be like 30 minutes, 40 minutes long, and they ended up being like 1 hour and 30. And she's like, you're waiting, these people got schedules and you're taking. I was like, man, it's just, we get into it and like I can't leave them hanging. We just JB said, so what is the first and very most important thing you should do on your Facebook page? You tell me, JB. You know what it is. That freaking banner. If you go to JB, like right here, I'm leaving it up. You guys go to JB Taylor's Facebook business page, Taylor Refinishing and Taylor Painting and Refinishing, and you'll see his big banner is a freaking awesome, crazy awesome video testimonial. It's so freaking good. He wants to hire himself. Yeah, but it is, man. That's that whole setting up your business page. It's like, don't waste any of that, man. Make sure it's like, because when people visit your website, when people visit your Facebook page, you're going to grab them and take them here and then here and say, hey, watch this and then do this and take this action. You get to control them. But the objectives, so the training of the objectives, because Facebook knows, so Facebook even has it. So when you go in, you're starting to run ads, they got like 3 categories. It's they call it awareness, consideration, and then conversion. And then underneath those 3 columns, I think awareness has like 2, which is brand awareness and reach. And because you're just trying to get people to be aware, know you exist. And I'm big on the reach and the brand awareness and a couple of other ones, because I just want you in front of people all the time, not trying to sell them anything, just showing up in front of all the time. And you're going to be known as the freaking expert guru, Bob Villa in your area. They're going to see these ads, which really aren't ads, because you're not trying to sell them anything. You're just giving them great, valuable content. But then the next is consideration, because so now you're starting to run some ads and giving them the option to call you and maybe leave a message. And what is it? And those are, underneath that one, you'll have stuff like video views, lead generation, messages. And when you use Facebook's Messenger ad, it's cool, because when people click on it, Facebook has all their information. So the form is already pretty much filled out, their name, address, phone number, all that stuff. And I think you have to go in there and you have to add the phone number and some other stuff, because Facebook only does, I think, email and name and stuff. And I was like, no, leave some comments and give me your phone number because I want to text you type of stuff. And then there's the way that you run those ads. So, and then the last one is conversions, where you're really doing like, here's, right now, 40% off if you call before these next 2 weeks. And, we've got a limited supply of something we overbought, but you give them some sense of urgency and scarcity, and time's going to be running out. That type of thing. Give them a reason and hit them to make them take action. And they've been watching your videos for the last couple of months or years or whatever. And they're like, oh shit, man, we've been talking about remodeling the kitchen and sitting on the fence about it. And now the dude's giving 40% off because they've got overstocks. So, call him up, that type of deal. Any questions before we go? We ain't finished yet. Where can we sign up for the next class? You got the thing to log in. What class you talking about? Someone said excellent training. It is the man, that thing. I'm happy, crazy happy. I honestly believe that the everything Facebook training that we did over 16 hours, I believe is the best Facebook training on the internet, because it's not just showing you which buttons to click and how to run the ads, but it's like one of them we did was just like one we did run the ads. So you show you everything on how to run the ads, how to go in there, which buttons to click to get things going, how you can do the carousel. So you got a couple of different pictures, or you're going to do a video. But then, one of the videos is just, we talk about headlines and how to grab their attention, and what homeowners are thinking, and how, again, it's like, so it's the same thing when you're running the ads. Is like that big subject line, you got to get, because they're scrolling up, and you got to see something that's going to grab their attention. They're going to read that, and they're going to look at the next 2 or 3 lines, and then from that they're going to click that thing that says more information or something. But we go through all of that, and then we did the Creator Studio that Facebook is kind of mimicking. We talked about Facebook is mimicking YouTube, and what you can do with Creator Studio, and you can set up all your freaking Facebook posts, so you can set up a week or 2 months in advance so that they go out when you want them to go out. You can run the same freaking video over and over again, and then kind of change it and use it in another post or another ad. And you can do like one of the campaign objectives is video views, so you can get a lot of video views. One of the campaign objective is the message, engagement. So Facebook would show it to people who they know is going to watch it or engage in it and leave comments. But you can run these posts and ads so that you've got a video that ends up with maybe you run it once and it's got 30 views and maybe 6 comments. So you can go in to like Creator Studio, and you can click a couple of buttons, and you can run it again as if it's a new post or a new ad, but it doesn't lose those 30 views and those 6 comments. So now you run it again, maybe it gets 60. So now you got a total of 90 and maybe 23 comments on there. So then a week or 2 or a month later, you can go in there, change it again, run the same thing, change it a little bit, run it. So you can end up running this thing over and over again to where you end up with like freaking 3,000 views, 10,000 views, 400 comments and stuff. And you say, well, why is that important? It's important is because as people are strolling and they see a video of yours and then all these comments, and they look down, they go, oh shit, man, this thing's got like 6,000 views. It must be good. They don't know that you did this little trick to keep adding up the views. And again, it's a lot of work, but man, you got to learn it. It's like, you can either pay me, my organization, or you can pay someone on the internet to run your Facebook ads, and then you're going to be frustrated as hell because nothing comes of it. And that's what I tell you guys, don't run these ads in the beginning thinking something's going to come of it. It's all about brand awareness, letting people know you exist, getting the reach, getting your name out, that stuff. Triggers. Who is it? Doug, is that you, Doug? Because that's that book I told y'all to buy and read. It is, man, the words that trigger certain emotions. And then we did, I think we finished it up with like a YouTube training, 30, 40 minutes. And then and online, when you log into the membership, there's a couple of like extra little videos where I go in and share, some tips and tricks with you. But the last one was the YouTube, because all these videos that you're doing, I want you to do 2, 3, and Doug, you've been doing a lot of videos live lately, man. I really love that. Especially for your website that we're building right now. We're going to download those. And that's what this whole YouTube training was how to download the videos from Facebook. And I think I even shared a couple of the programs that I use. You can edit them a little bit if you want, or you just upload them straight to your YouTube channel. And then when you go into YouTube, you do the same thing. You got these taglines, the NAP, name, address, phone number, email. You tag your location, the description, all that stuff. And in both YouTube and in Facebook, you're doing these playlists so that they're easier. So all of it, it just works together. I was talking with a couple of business owners, not even in construction, last week, and they were, talking about they had seen some of the stuff that I'm doing, and they know I'm a Google guy. And I told them, I said, man, when you combined Facebook because Facebook, you get to be in front of so many thousands of people for so much, such a short amount of money. So when you do what we're talking about in these 16 hours of training, and now when you run and go and start running Google ads, JB, you still there, brother? Tell these dudes, man. So now that JB is running Google ads in his area, it's like, right now he's freaking pissed. He's got too much work. He don't want to answer the phone. He's ready to fire everybody. But that's better, man. Advertising has changed. It is, man. It's like, because now, like, maybe they're going to find you on Facebook and they're going to use you. They see your page and all that stuff, or they go and you show up on your Google Maps, but then it's because they've seen you so many times. They may not even realize it, subconsciously, subliminal. You're just showing up. And you got these cool videos like, Doug, shit, man, you're doing these refinishing and JB too with the kitchen and the painting and how you tape stuff off. And, people are at work, bored, they're not supposed to be on the effing computer anyway, but they're on Facebook strolling, your video comes across, they click it and start watching, going, oh man, look at that shit. Man, all right, now I know how to tape off. Now I know how to spackle a little bit, do a little bit of sanding. I know how to do this, or shit, man, that's interesting, man. What? That's the after. Let me see that before video. What they were doing. And they sit there and they watch these, man, and they don't even realize it, because you got like your own TV show now. And this has never happened in the history. Never happened. There's no way any of us could have had our own television show 25 years ago, 20 years ago. Definitely when I was a freaking kid, you only had 3 effing channels. Remember that UHF and VHF or something? Remember there was like 2 channels back then when you had the dial? I ain't the oldest one on this freaking internet. Don't be acting that way. There's like 2. There's like VHH or something, a UH that had some weird ass channels, but you really only had like 3, maybe 4 if you could put enough aluminum foil on the antennas, the rabbit ears as we called it. But man, we could have never had our own television show. And I know JB, he's talking about starting a podcast. I know Ricky from Fourth Right Plumbing is already doing his podcast. And it's just more ways to be out there in front of people, where, again, it goes back to where I tell you, I want you to dominate your trade. You're able to set your own prices, all of it. It just goes on and on. So any questions before we get out of here? And if you're watching this, you're on the website right now wondering if you should buy into this everything Facebook training, trust me, you should buy into it. You got 30 days to go in there, watch all the videos, learn as much as you can, and then tell me you didn't like it, which I know you're full of shit. You're going to love it, but you can say you don't like it, and we're going to give you all your money back, no questions asked. So there's no risk to it. You just, sign up, log in, start, watching these friggin' videos, and then you're going to want to watch them again. And if you want your money back, we'll give it to you. But you're not. You buy it one time, you got access to it for life. And as Facebook is changing, I'm going to know about it. I'm going to go in there and I'm going to update everything that needs to be updated. But as you'll run a couple of ads, you'll post some stuff, and a month, 3 months, 6 months goes by, and you go, shit, I haven't been doing what I'm supposed to do with Facebook. You log back in, you go, oh God, I don't remember. What the hell? How'd you do that? So you're going to log back into the membership site. You got your cheat sheet. You're going to go to the video you need to go to. You know exactly on the timeline where to go to in the video, and shit, you'll probably end up enjoying it so much you watch through it again. But that's what I'm telling you. That's the value in this. So I know I ain't going to tell you what the price is right here. You got to click the button. because it's always going to be going up. All right, guys, man, that is it. Dale, glad you made it, even though I don't know if you came to the party late or you just giving me a thumbs up right now. And let's see, JB says, what? Hello, I love the training. I would recommend it. Anyone advertising at change. Great job. Thanks, brother. So that is it. Any questions? And again, if you're watching this right now on the For Contractors Only page or my The Contractor's Contractor, you got some questions about it, hit me up in Messenger, hit me up right here. I'll answer them. Even if I touched on something, I don't care if you buy the freaking program or not. You got some questions about Facebook and the advertising and stuff, let me know, and I'll give you the answer. It is, like I said, the cheapest way to get in front of as many as people as you can. And Facebook, I mean, if you have just a Facebook business page, and every one of you probably do, it only shows up to a certain amount of people. And then you kind of tag their friends and your friends. It's only showing up to this many people. I mean, it's like Facebook is a business. Google is a business. You're in business. You're not doing shit for free. They're not doing it for free. They're giving you the Facebook page for free. It's kind of like giving you some free crack in the beginning. Here the first shoot up is free because they're gonna get you hooked, and that's the thing. And then you're gonna buy into it. But then they're gonna hit you up to do this boost post or do this, and then you're gonna try all this other shit, and then you'll be all frustrated. Facebook doesn't work, blah blah blah, and it does, but you got to work it in the right way. And to do that, you got to learn it. And these 16 hours of videos is the best way to learn it, especially for the crazy cheap ass price that I'm charging. And then you're able to reach out. Thought I would stop by. You did, Dale. Hey, Dale, that Bernie thing that you did, man, was all them Bernie things, man. They've been cracking me up. My daughter even did one. She put her in, like, what is it, the Photoshop with him sitting beside her on a bench or something. It's like, man, that shit, it's funny as hell. All right, man, I'm gonna get out of here. Again, if you're watching this, you got any questions about Facebook, hit me up. I will answer them. If you want a link to the membership site where you can purchase it and log in and get busy, I will leave it in the comments. If you're already on the Facebook page, if you're already on the website right now, click the button, purchase the product, invest in yourself, invest in your business. If you don't like it, you get all your money back. You ain't losing nothing. Nothing. All right, guys, I am out of here. Thanks.